It's
which
tongue child, isn't it?
well, Tongchild has the eagle puncture marks in its
Oh,
eye
that's what I'm thinking of.
orbits. Yeah, so we got eagles, we got big eagles
Whew.
that is eating hominins already, so they're already looking at us like a tasty meal, and we definitely have leopards and other big cats, but we also have hyenas. So there is a specimen of Paranthropus robustus, and it's a child's skull, and there are puncture marks that were probably made by a hyena.
Oh, I have not heard of that before. Okay.
Yep.
That's troubling news for me.
Yes, yes. And then to wrap it all up here, there's a Homo habilis foot from Eastern Africa that has tooth marks that match crocodile.
Yes.
Yes.
I do remember that, but I'm not doing any laundry in the river. I'm staying. We do have concerns about water. I have concerns about water, the availability of it, especially as the climate changes.
Mhm.
Okay, so shoot, now I have to think about crocodiles too.
Yeah.
Dang.
We got crocodiles, hyenas,
See,
eagles, leopards. One other thing that we didn't have to worry about in the Permian is viruses, parasites, and bacteria, because this is one of the first times that you might actually catch something. I mean, these are our relatives. These are our close relatives. So don't be exchanging any bodily fluids and maybe stay away from other hominids if they appear to be sick, because it turns out yaws,
wow.
which is contagious, it was identified in a 1.5 million year old Homo erectus. And there's a site in Georgia, the country, not the state, where there's a presence of treponema disease in the population that's at least 1.7 million years old. And this is like the precursor to like syphilis.
So I never thought of it. This is the first time that there are folks that we can catch stuff from.
Yes. So some of these diseases we can actually see on the bones. They do leave some type of marker on the bone. These treponema diseases, including yaws and whatever was affecting that population in Georgia, again, country, not state,
So
would be
this is
pretty
the first
awful.
time where we can catch stuff from other folks.
Right. Again,
Huh.
don't share bodily fluids with anybody at this
Okay.
time.
Boy, I think I underthought this then. Because I was thinking, maybe we can get into like resources later, but I was thinking more about like you got your ungulates, you got like buffalo and sort of like cattle-ish animals. And I thought, cool. I just need a spear of some kind, stone point hafted on a stick.
Perfect.
And there are other like our friends are already making tools,
Mhm.
so like tools are around, and I will just hunt delicious animals. But
Yep.
now I'm concerned because I have not given this enough consideration.
You are predator and prey.
Always, right?
Always, yes. You also have giant baboons. So we have Dinopithecus, which means terrible ape, and it was about twice the size of modern baboons, which also freaked me out. Just
Oh
being
yes.
their normal size, and now they're twice as big. So some of these got up to like over 100 pounds. So like 40, 50 kilograms. So yeah. Even sometimes they think that the estimates for like the males got up to about 170 pounds, which is
Oof.
77 kilograms. And then there was another one, Theropithecus, which was thought to get up to about 160 pounds, 70-ish kilograms. So giant baboons.
Okay.
Not long enough work.
See, I
And
didn't even know about those.
I didn't either. This was news to me as well. I mean, why not? Why not? Everything else got big in the Pleistocene. Why wouldn't
Right.
baboons? Just the risk of getting squashed by a megafauna, like getting
Yeah.
caught in a stampede or just making somebody mad and they're just like, nope,
Like Ethereum, like oops.
snuff you out. Yep, just ran you with its ossicones or whatever. And then you've kind of mentioned it before, but we have other hominin species that are in competition for resources. So Homo erectus has emerged as a carnivore, so you'd have competition there. Would they eat us? I hope not. I hope we would not look like we were on the menu. But we definitely should try to be friends first. We come in peace. I'm not sure what skills we can show off other than like making fire. If they're not already making fire, we could
Interesting.
make it for them. But like, I'm assuming their tracking skills are going to be better than ours. I'm assuming they're going to be way more in shape than at least me. At
Yeah.
least me. But maybe not making traps yet. So if we could make traps, be like, look what we can do. Look what we can do. But we're gonna
Yeah.
have to like Like, and I also mentioned singing and dancing. I'm not sure if they had singing and dancing. Probably not my singing and dancing. Like, look at my moves.
Is this? Or you think it says a defensive weapon or an offensive weapon?
Either or.
Because I don't think you and I have ever done karaoke together, but it's not a skill that I have.
Oh, me neither. But they don't know that. They don't know that. I'm just gonna have to like go to the recesses of my brain and try to figure out the songs that I know all the words to. You know, belt out some Sublime. See if they like it.
Right. I can see that being, for me, doing it, scary. I can see that being intimidating. Not impressive necessarily, but like...
Or are
they
we
will
just...
leave.
We're going to be the 21st century jesters. They're just going to laugh at us. They're just going to be like, oh yeah, don't kill them. They make us laugh.
Yes. Yeah.
None of my skills, my 21st century skills don't really translate to 1.5 million years ago. Like,
Has gotten me out of many situations. It's just be humorous until they get bored with you.
right. And then watch out. Just watch out. Yeah, so
And dancing.
there
Wow.
are quite a few animal hazards.
Can we go back to fire though? Because I know we've done episodes about this, and I don't remember offhand what the data tell us.
Mm-hmm.
But so anthropogenic fire. This was a thing by this point, right?
Right. Yeah. So
So are we gonna wow anyone by like knocking some flint together and some dried leaves and making a fire, or
possibly.
Is that gonna be impressive?
That could be impressive. So actually let's just jump into some other things. So for the predators, the animal hazards, we got a lot. We are vulnerable. We have other hominins. We've got megafauna squishing us. We got giant baboons and snakes and big cats and hyenas and eagles and parasites and bacteria. So that's not looking great. But when we think about like food and water, let's talk about the fire aspect of it. Because there is some evidence that early hominins, some of these hominins, were harnessing fire. We've got a site at Kubifora where scientists have used multiple lines of evidence to show that there is an association of fired material plus artifacts plus bone at one site. So to do this, they sampled the site looking for microscopic evidence of fire in the form of ashed plant remains, siliceous aggregates, so basically like burnt rock, and microscopic charcoal. And they also looked at concentrations or like clusters, like patterns of bones and tools to see if there was like a high frequency of artifacts spatially associated with burned material. So you'd expect to see the highest frequencies of burned material to be spatially clustered. Because if you're burning something on a fire, it's just right there. And so all that stuff would be there. And they did. They found this. However, that doesn't prove that the hominins were controlling or making fire, but it does provide evidence of an association between fire and hominin behavior.
Okay.
Yes. So we don't know that they were napping and making their own sparks or using hand tools or anything like that, but they were at least using fire when available and cooking or using it to cook. Maybe cooking, who knows, but they were messing with it. But I think if we could make our own fire, just like whoosh, or like bring a lighter with us, oh my god, that might be the smartest thing to bring, is like a lighter.
I've already been thinking about that. That was not on the list actually. So that if it's already a thing, then why do I need to? Anyway, can we go back to artifacts at this site?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When we talk about artifacts, what are we talking about here?
Like flakes, stone tool
Okay.
flakes, any kind of stone tool that's there. Whenever you're skinning